Right, where do I start with today? Hello one and all and welcome to Seen Through Glass. Let me kick things off by saying things don't always go to plan on YouTube, and especially not when you're doing Drive the World. Today I had planned to come out here to the Portuguese countryside to film one of the world's greatest roads, the N222, for a new series that I wanted to do called The World's Greatest Driving Roads. However, I kickstarted the morning trying to catch up with a load of work because I keep getting really behind and it's embarrassing, and I need to do a lot of emails and all the stuff for the member section of the website and just tons of logistics planning for the coming week. So before I knew it, it was 12 or 1 o'clock when I was hoping to leave the hotel around 9 or 10. Then I tried to make my way here and managed to get lost. Even with the might of Google Maps and Waze, I just took too many wrong turns, and before I knew it, it was 3 p.m. Well, it's 3 p.m. now. Anyway, you join me at Pᴏʀᴜᴜ. I'm definitely not pronouncing that in the right way, but it is one of the very famous vineyards in this region because the N222 runs through a stunning wine region in the north of Portugal. And I actually came here maybe a year and a half ago with Jaguar for the launch of the XJR 500 and the XF Sport, back. But the weather wasn't that great, and I kept saying I really want to come back and drive this road again, but also visit this vineyard. So yes, I'm not really sure what's going to happen because light is starting to fade and we need to be back in Porto in 3 or 4 hours for a bit of a sort of meet-up with some local car guys. So I'm not so sure my first episode of the World's Greatest Driving Roads is going to really go that well. Of course, after lunch I'm going to try and show you some of the world's greatest driving road. Supposedly, it was voted by, I think, Avis like 3 or 4 years ago now. But first off, I need food. Because it's been a stressful day, it's been flat out, and I always need food. Down there to the right is the world famous N222, N222. I'm going to turn left, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I actually think more often than not, when a road is described as being the greatest driving road in the world, it actually sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but it's often not the greatest driving road in the world. Because, firstly, people have very different criteria to describe a road as being great. Most people just want that, a view, scenery. We want to be able to really drive. We really want to be able to open our cars up and have a wicked time, whether we are in hot hatchbacks or supercars or this 911 Turbo S. And often when a road is described on the internet as being a great driving road, it is full of other people. And by other people I mean caravans. Caravans and tour buses and slow-moving Suzuki Swifts. However, as you might be able to see right now, if you get to that great driving road and turn off it, you often find great driving roads because I have no idea the name of where we are right now. This is just a road off the N222, and it's already immediately better than all the sections of the N222 that I drove last year and this year. So my advice is, don't spend your time Googling greatest driving roads in the world. Instead, get out there, drive, and maybe every now and again, open up Google Maps and look for a white squiggly line, a white one. That's what's very important, because on Google Maps often, the big yellow lines are the not good ones. You want the little white ones. This is a little white one that is just bloody marvellous. Let's see if there's a top or if it's going to keep going, because it feels like I'm ascending Everest right now. Right, anyway, time to concentrate. Bye! one thing that all this travelling has made me realise is how lucky we are as Europeans to have roads like this, because no matter whether it was in Australia or New Zealand or really anywhere in the world, no matter how many times people said, I've got an amazing driving road to take you to, it never lived up to the random little tiny roads you can find everywhere all over Europe. I mean, it is absolutely mad how lucky we are that really any mountain range anywhere in Europe just produces roads like this, and usually they're empty. I mean, you can see right now it's been like 1 or 2 cars coming up on this road whilst I've been on it. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. I have clear blue skies, birds singing, an insane view, and I've just been driving up it in that. I have to say, I think you could drive up this road in any car and love it. I mean, actually, I think a hot hatch would be the ultimate car to drive up here, but that Turbo S continues to impress me. Anyway, as I say, for now, I'm going to sit back. Vicky's gone on a run, which is like extremely athletic. I said I'm going to get my heart pumping another way. Driving. Bit sad, I admit, but this is the life. Portugal. What an absolute find. Dead end? Dead end? Ah, it's a dead end. Okay. I was saying there's a top to the road, but it's like a tiny, tiny Portuguese town, and luckily some locals with a very yappy dog have just told me that it's a dead end where I'm trying to go, so, well.
Oh God, they've got a drum.
They've got a drum! Vicky's back, by the way. She finished her run. How was it?
Oh, exhausting.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. But anyway, yeah, good. Well, absolutely stunning up here, this little tiny town. I can't tell you the name of it, but it's delightful. There's a little church and a kid banging that drum still. But I guess we're going to have to turn around and slowly make our way back to Lisbon.
Oh, can I drink water from that sink, do you think?
I guess. You want to try?
I mean, people are going to think I'm even weirder.
People have thought Vicky's very weird with her run up the vineyard. I'm going to try and turn around. I mean, they already think we're pretty weird. We're driving a £150,000 911 Turbo to the top of their tiny village. They're like, what are these people doing?
And I'm wearing bright pink running gear.
Oh look,
oh my God.
Oh, that's weird. There are legs. There are flower pot legs.
Let's take a photo.
Can you take a photo for me? Because I haven't got a camera to hand.
Where's that other phone?
There you go. You want the other, there you go, use that. So basically what I'm looking at is legs, the bottom half of a human with the top half of a plant pot.
It's super cool. Maybe I have to get out.
Please. I actually love this little village. This is amazing.
Can we move here?
Me, please. Hey, well, holy crap. This is nuts. How you doing, man? Hey, everyone. Wow, I honestly thought like 3 people were going to be here. This is really ridiculous. Wow. Well, I missed sunset. It happened over there at some point. I think you might have seen some nice B-roll, but look at this absolutely ridiculous turnout for a very, very last minute meetup. You know I don't really like these meetups, but this is absolutely amazing. It is clear that there's an insane car scene here in Porto and in Portugal. You can't really say Porto and Portugal in the same sense. It's very hard, but yeah, clearly an insane car scene. At some point, I'm going to try and point out the cars that are here, because there are a couple of very cheeky abards, but also, look, Huracans, and I have seen a 360, but I'm just going to chat to some people for a little bit longer, so we might do that once the sun's gone down, so catch you in a bit. I've peeled away from the group because it's Antonio, right? Yeah. Okay, has just come up to me and said, do you like small red cars? And I knew immediately he was talking about this. What is it and how do I buy one?
It's very rare. We only have 4 models here in Portugal. These cars are only sold in here, France and Spain. These are cars you are able to drive when you're 16 years old. This one is a 400cc motor.
400cc. Does it have an engine or is it a pedal car? Because this is so cool. And always, does it have a roof? Or always? It's a soft top. Look at this. And the crowd doth appear. Everyone's forgotten about the Huracan and come straight over for this.
And it does skids.
Superhero. It does skids. Who said it does skids? You said it does skids. This is, it reminds me a little bit of the K cars that I saw in Hong Kong and Japan. I feel like we could all lift it up quite easily. But this is,
unfortunately fell on my foot. But we have lifted it.
And how much do these cost?
About 500. 5,000.
5,000 euros.
5,000.
And they're now super rare? Or?
Yeah.
Oh my god, a collectible piece. I mean this, come on. I think this is the next Sloane Street mobile right here. I love it. Okay, well look, thank you very much for showing me. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you, man. You're a madman. You're an absolute madman. I've been stolen away again because this man owns this. Oh yes, and I wasn't going to come all the way. Oh, but hold on a sec. There's a very nice car opposite it, which has also stolen my attention. But hey, look, we're not filming Porsches on this trip anymore. We are filming 360s. Woo-hoo! And what I love is I said, oh God, aren't they the best cars? And he just went, sometimes. But oh, wow, what a lovely interior. Oh, this is amazing. Well, what a ridiculous evening. I mean, I can't believe what just happened. Honestly, I thought like 4 cars were turning up for a casual meet-up, chat, and then everyone was going to go their separate ways. But no, apparently Portugal just has one of the most amazing car communities in the world. Such a huge like mood lifter, mood boost, confidence booster. I don't know, it was just a great evening. And it actually gives me a chance to talk about one of my Drive the World partners, Holzer, because events like this evening, I post on Holzer. If you don't know about Holzer, they are an app that helps you find out about car events happening, well, not only in your local area, but all around the world. So whether that be the Monaco F1 Grand Prix or the Le Mans 24 Hours or Drive the World meetups like the one that I've just had tonight. So yes, download Holzer. I will be advertising more impromptu and planned meetups throughout the year. It's just a good way to help bring the car community together. So I like how all the partners and sponsors of Drive the World actually play a part, like a useful service or tool. So it's easy for me to talk about them because they're all things that I actually use and are helping me or helping facilitate this trip. But anyway, it's been a long day one way or another. It's been a day that was all a bit all over the place, but it's turned out to be amazing. I'm going to go back to the hotel now and get some sleep. Sorry by the way that it's really dark. We are driving through the mountains at the moment, so these tunnels are going to keep popping up.
It's crazy.
Crazy truck. See, that is the benefit of a Turbo S. When some lunatic pulls out, you can just absolutely stab the accelerator and you're out of there. Right, here we go. Sunlight. So yeah, so India was a blip.